This week's DRM Not Included on F5 Live is proudly powered by Amazon Prime. Prime Day may be behind us, but there's still a lot available for you. You know you get free shipping, but that's not all. You get free music with Amazon Prime Music, free TV, movies, and documentaries with Amazon Prime Video, free games, and a free Twitch subscription to support the content creator of your choice with Amazon Prime Gaming, and a whole lot more. We've got quick links to these features and some of our other favorites, plus a 30-day free trial if you're not already a subscriber, all by going to f5live.tv/prime. So we talked about Microsoft and Windows earlier. Now we're going to talk about Microsoft and Netflix. Let's start with the reality, and then we'll get to the fantasy. The reality is that a couple of weeks ago we talked about that Netflix was looking for advertising partners for its new ad-supported streaming tier. At the time, Google and Comcast looked like they were going to be the big players in that space, but in the end, Microsoft won out. Microsoft tweeting that they had won the contract. They would be the global advertising partner for Netflix. And I'll tell you, it makes sense to me, and here's why. Google has a video streaming service. Comcast has at least one, if you don't count Xfinity, video streaming service in Peacock. So they have competition with Netflix. Microsoft, however, does not. And Microsoft has a solid advertising business that's been running on Bing and other platforms for years. I think they're still the advertising partner for Yahoo. So they've done advertising for us at different times in the past. So they're a solid platform, good return, and they don't have any, horse in the race against Netflix. So that makes sense. But don't care about any of that. I want to talk about conspiracy theories because those are way more fun. So Microsoft's been on a buying spree as of late. Activision is the project they're currently involved in, but we know, they've purchased all kinds of high-profile things, including LinkedIn, over the last couple of years, right? So the current weird, goofy conspiracy theory that has a little bit of merit is that this is step one in Microsoft's acquisition of Netflix. This is their way of maybe doing reconnaissance into some statistics on Netflix users. How many people are actually using it? What are they watching? Things like that. Okay. A decent idea. I don't know, personally, if Microsoft would be that interested in a streaming service. They tried. They had a great service, but failed with music. They tried, had a great service, but failed with video streaming. Beam/Mixer were really popular. We used to be on that platform when it existed. Zune Music, Xbox Music, Groove Music, it had 3 names over its lifetime, was a really solid platform, had music that a lot of the other ones didn't have at all, but commercially it was never successful. I don't know that they want to try a three-peat.
But
I don't know.
Here's the thing, they're buying something that's already, if they bought it, they would buy something that's already successful.
True.
At a time when it's actually at a low point, but there's plenty of room for Netflix to go. I mean, Netflix hasn't lost that many subscribers.
Yeah.
Netflix hasn't, it's just been getting a lot of negative press
Right.
over the subscribers that it did lose and that it's not growing and that there's fatigue or whatever.
It was a big deal that it was the first time in a decade that they had subscriber loss. That's where it came from. In the next quarter, when they again have subscriber loss, it's not going to be that big of a story because it'll have already happened. That's really all it was. They've gotten a lot of press about it because it was unusual, but everybody has subscriber loss at some point. you peak. There's peaks and valleys, so it took them 10 years to get to their first peak. All right, that's fine, but it's a crowded space. There's a lot of stuff. When it comes to video, Microsoft's got franchises. Maybe it does make sense.
Well, I mean, if they want to be in media, right?
That's the question.
I mean, Microsoft has been in and out of it. I mean, a long time ago. I mean, there's MSNBC, which I don't think they have any association with anymore, right?
Nope. The MSN in that name no longer stands for Microsoft Network.
Right. So right, there's no they've tried their hand at doing some media type of things in the past, but not as much as but nothing that was successful. But here you've got a business that is successful.
Right.
So now I'm sure it'd be an expensive thing to buy.
But so was Activision.
But if they were able to do it, then it would probably be, if they want to be in that business.
Right.
Right. If they want to be in that business, then they could do a lot with it. Now, they still are facing the same headwinds as before. What I don't understand is how Netflix benefits from having Microsoft do the ads for them. I mean, I guess it's cheaper than having their own infrastructure.
Yeah.
But then they're probably having to give Microsoft a nice big cut of it.
Yeah. But, at a time when we first talked about this, we talked about that, at a time when they're already cutting staff, because of change of direction, all of the things that came up a couple of months ago, that now would not be the time for them to create a whole new division in order to create a subscriber tier that was going to cost less. So I get them looking for a partner, and I get them choosing a partner that's not already in the space. From the collection of names that were thrown out there, Microsoft is the one that makes the most sense, because the only other one that I didn't mention was Roku, which is the worst of the ideas, of people that already have video-based ad sales. Roku would have been the worst. There's also talk that Roku is interested in Netflix. Please don't let that happen.
Wait, how can is Roku a bigger company than Netflix that they could afford to buy them?
I don't know how they'd do it, but there's talk.
I mean, I can see the two of them working. I could see more Netflix buying Roku than Roku buying Netflix, but is Netflix a much bigger company than Roku? But
you'd think so. But maybe Roku, like Apple or like a dragon, is hoarding cash.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have something, but
I mean, they bought Quibi, but I imagine they did that with the money they found in their couch cushions.
Right. Yeah, that's not worth anything. So, yeah, I mean, I could see this as an okay move for Microsoft. I'm not sure if it would turn out to be a great move for consumers, as Microsoft has not been good with media.
Right.
But then they'd be bringing in that expertise. So with this, I mean, I guess you could go.
But they brought in that they brought that expertise in when they bought Beam, and then they seemed to kick it off a cliff like 300.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's probably. I mean, I don't know. I'm really bored with Netflix right now, but
yeah, agreed, 100%.
But it's I've been watching a lot of other stuff before I watch Netflix, but
me too.
There's really nothing on there that I want. Well, I have to finish watching Stranger Things. Oh, I did watch Umbrella Academy. I did do that. I watched Umbrella Academy season 3.
I got 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it was okay. I think that's my 2 cents. It was okay.
One was great. 1 was great, 2 was good, 3 so far has been okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely degraded in quality quickly.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. Maybe the premise is wearing out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's wearing thin on me anyway.
Yeah.
But the
Family of Weirdos Saves the World. Great. What's season 2? Family of Weirdos Saves the World. Oh. What's season 3? A larger Family of Weirdos Saves the World. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just the
We're
characters.
getting a little MCU-y here. It's
Yeah,
formulaic.
I mean, I don't know. It's not even the formulaic. It's just I don't know something about it. I mean, one of the things that I did really love about the first couple of seasons, though, or at least the first season, was just some of the like quirkiness of like the bad guys that they had with the the donut shop and like all that stuff and like that that's all gone and now
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. But
Agreed.
but yeah, they need I don't know, something needs to happen to shake things up at Netflix.
Yeah, for sure. So, I guess to wrap up, the conspiracy theory is that this is phase 1 in Microsoft's inevitable takeover of Netflix. I don't know if that's what's going on. Maybe it's more of a beginning of a relationship. We know that they've got content out there. Microsoft's got their Halo series on Paramount Plus. Maybe they're trying to court. Maybe they're not happy with that relationship. Maybe they're trying to court a new partner for future stuff. Because, especially now that they got Activision coming in house and they've got Bethesda. They've got Gears and WoW and all of these franchises that'll be under their umbrella. Maybe they're just looking for a home and somebody who can produce content under it. Maybe they're not happy with a relationship with Paramount Plus for Halo, and they're looking for something new. Who knows? Lots of possibilities. Yep. Or it could simply be an advertising deal. Who knows? But whatever it is, it won't be a short timeline because there's no way, if their goal is to make a purchase, there's no way they do it while the Activision deal is active, and it won't happen. It wouldn't happen right after either. They got to let the market cool down before they make another. What's that work out to? 11-figure deal. They'd have to let the market cool again if they want regulators to take them seriously. So whatever is going on is a long game. It's not a short game. So we'll probably circle back to this at some point in the future, but that future will not be September, at least not of this year. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.